Hi guys, I'm Madeline Harvey. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. We're going to be talking about how to eliminate voice cracks. So by the end of today's lesson, you'll have a thorough understanding of what a voice break or a crack is and how to fix it. So if you like today's video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up or click that subscribe button below. I would love to see you here more often. So it's important to distinguish. Oftentimes they're used as the same thing, a voice crack or voice break. But I do think there's like a slight difference, and I just want to offer it up to you to see what you think. So I think a voice crack is usually when the voice cracks, there's a pattern of behavior that it just appears shaky. There might be a lot of cracks in someone's voice. I think that's a good indicator that the voice as a whole is a little on the weaker side. So if you go to the gym and you're lifting weights, even if you're lifting small and your muscles are really shaking, that's just a good indicator that we need to work slow and at a nice consistent pace so that we can get a nice steady strengthening, right? So that's a crack that's just, or if you've got cracks, lots of cracks in the voice. But now a break, what I'm referring to here is if you have spots. You know what I'm talking about. In your registration, if you are traversing or transitioning from chest into mix, break right there in that axis point between chest and mix. And then again, from the higher mix into head voice, break. There might be a break in those spots. Now it's important to highlight these areas because if we don't highlight them, they're just going to perpetually break because it's a habit for them. So there are two components that we really have to be very good at traversing. One is air pressure and the other is cord tension. We're going to kill two birds with one stone today. I've got myself my little singing straw, and I'm using the Singing Straw Pro. My favorite is the middle one. It's just really, really, really great. But if you don't have a singing straw, that's okay. You can use a regular straw in a cup of water, or if you don't have that either, then that's okay. You can use a muffle, like you're blowing out birthday candles, like that. But you want to push the air in such a way where it keeps your cheeks nice and plump, and this keeps the diaphragm engaged. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move in a semitone pattern. We're gonna ramp up. So we're gonna go up the scales. And we're gonna start right where a lot of us have breaks. So we're gonna start A, A3, E4. And we're gonna go in semitone steps. That's a lot of notes. I think that's 8 notes. Breathe. A little slower than that, but what we're looking to do is delineate each of the notes nice and semitone, because we will have a crack or a break usually when the notes are really close to each other, and it's when the voice doesn't feel exactly confident to go into that next step. So we're under the impression, and it's total fact, that the breath is the boss of you. The breath is the boss of you. So don't try to squeeze. Just keep offering up that breath. So I'm gonna start here. We're gonna go a little on the slower side. We wanna keep it nice, consistent, steady tone. Offer no fluctuations if we can help it in the breath. Just keep that breath flowing. Here we go. Good, good. You should really feel it down here. Keep going. Good. Good. We should be at the gym right now. In the front abs, like we're doing crunches, and in the back, like we're doing those Roman kind of backwards crunches. We should feel it all the way around. This is a good indicator that we are getting a nice, even, reflexive, commanded lift from that diaphragm. And all the muscles that are responsible for that engagement are engaged. Good. So don't skip over. Go nice and slow. Keep your breath moving in a nice, steady, consistent, straight tone. Here we go. Good. Good, good. This will make sure that you're not overcompensate, you're not pushing too much air. It's nice and even. There's not too much overcompensating, not too much push from the chest voice, and then we're not flipping into head voice. It's the breath that keeps everything stable. So I just want to say, we'll do a couple more. I want you to imagine that at the onset, the first note, that you are actually pushing a beach ball under the water. This will allow your intercostals, the muscles along the side here, to expand and then engage. It's like you'll feel it, it like locks in underneath you. It feels the same way that if somebody were to come and hit you in the stomach. I hope that never happens to you, but I grew up with a whole bunch of brothers and boy cousins who were really like into hitting, so whatever. So that's what we're going to imagine. Feel it underneath or press down at the onset like you're trying to push a beach ball underwater. Let's give that a try. Good. One more. Hang on. Reset. Redo. As opposed to too much chest or too much head. Blend. We get that through the straw. We get it through the straw. Now, it might be weird for you to feel, but if you just commit yourself to going, okay, well, there's a fact. There's a fact about voice, and that is the breath is the boss of me. Then you can carry that attitude into your work. Imagine it is semi-tone steps. So let's do one more because a lot of people break right there at the C. Now, it's very common for ladies to break through that area and down here as well because we've got two breaks. Chest going into mix and then another break, sort of a mix going into a head voice or a more legit head placement. So we're going to do C, going up, starting on our F. Here we go. Good. Very, very, very good, guys. Very good. I cannot expose the benefits of blowing through a straw. Especially, I mean, just a good old... It balances. It's very therapeutic for your voice. Whether it's in a bubble cup or in a sing straw or like your own cheeks. Try to slow the release of the breath down. This is called SOVT, semi-occluded vocal tract. It just means that there's something, a straw or a bubble cup or your own face, that is closing the vocal tract or narrowing the vocal tract, better said, that's slowing the release of that air down. That's giving the whole system, your entire body, the chance to balance the air pressure, because the air is the boss of you. The second thing that I want you to just take away, and I'm just going to sprinkle this in here, is cord adduction. And that means cord closure. But it's not just cord closure, like, that's cord closure. We need a little bit more closure. Just a little bit more, for lack of better word only, compression or squeeze on the cord. So the best way for us to feel that is to cry like a baby. So give me like, wah, 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 that little cry sound. Now you don't have to be that big. Matter of fact, I'd prefer if you were little. Like a little whimper. And then carry that whimper up in a siren and down in a siren. So let's try C4 to C5. I wasn't done with my piano. C4 to C5. Again. So no break there. Now we're trying to persist through our break, but we're trying to first feel, what does that adduction feel like? That. That's the exact feeling with the sound effect. It feels like not only do the cords close, there's a sense of suction about them. And H, I find H, creates that suction. So if you need something that gets you started, that creates that sensation, use H. There it is. Okay, so play with that little cry. But which one is more important? Is the cry more important than the air? No, the air is the boss, always the boss. So if you're a singer and you feel like, I am so confused right now because I just feel like there's just so much information out there, that's a real thing. That's called anxiety of choice. Too many options makes us anxious. So if that's true and you're going, well, I have a cracky, breaky voice and I just want to blend it, then stay. Stay here. Stay there. Stay on the bubble cup. Because that is the fact. The breath is the boss, and that will definitely get you started to blend your voice so that you can add a little edge, a little more edge. To make it a little bit more conversational, okay? So there you have it, guys. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, give it a thumbs up or click the subscribe button below. I did just do an entire live on this. And it was over an hour, and we got really into these exercises. So if you'd like to have access to that live, then go ahead and click that join button below. Become a member of this channel. As a member, you'll have exclusive access to all of our lives that we do every Monday and Thursday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. But if you can't join us, that's okay. You can always check out our members only area with over 100 hours worth of vocal instruction. So again, click that join button. It's only $4.99 a month, and that's US dollar, and it really helps to contribute to our channel. That way we can continue to deliver awesome content that's just for you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you next time. Bye!